Hello guys, I'm Explore with Batin. Today I'm Batin and I've taken over the show. Oh, okay, on a serious note, Batin is behind the camera. I'm Live Kenya. If you like travel content, you must have seen me somewhere, and if you haven't, here is your chance. Just go and check Live Kenya on my YouTube channel and you'll get a lot of information about travels. I did a travel around from Kenya to South Africa, a road trip, and back. I covered like 11 countries. I've done a road trip around the biggest lake in Africa, that is Lake Victoria. I've done a road trip from Kenya all the way to Rwanda. I've done so many trips around Kenya. If you want to know anything about Kenya, go to my channel. Okay. With that introduction, now, Batin,
I have one question. You have come to Dar es Salaam 2 times now, eh? How do you see Dar es Salaam, and how do you see Tanzania in general in terms of developments, culture, and everything?
Okay, first of all, Tanzania to me feels like home. Every time I'm in Tanzania, I know I'll be comfortable. I know that the food is very similar. Their food is very similar to ours. So, because I'm a foodie, food comes first. It's always comfortable for me to come to Tanzania because I know there won't be much change from what I'm used to eating. In matters infrastructure, let me tell you people, Tanzania have so many projects coming up. Others are underway, others are yet to start, others are completed. And I'll just say, give Tanzania 5 years from now, it will be very, very different. So they are moving in the right direction. For instance, today, I've been walking around. Batin has been taking me around Dar es Salaam. By the way, go and check that video also. Batin has been taking me around Dar es Salaam. And today I've seen Dar es Salaam from a totally different lens. The first time I came to Dar es Salaam, I just went to the most usual places. You go to the museum, you go to the seafront, not to the seafront, to just Coco Beach, and then going to the ferry, doing a short trip around the city, and going to the famous twin buildings that everyone goes to. But today, I've gone to so many other streets that I didn't know existed in Dar es Salaam. And guys, Dar es Salaam is a proper city. Yes, I'm from Kenya. We have so many cities, beautiful ones. Dar es Salaam is also a very beautiful city. And I think years from now, it will be better, by far much better. Especially if you have the bullet train. I know there is a Batin tells me that there is that project. Today I've actually tried their train, the new electric SGR train. I went with it all the way. I took it from Dar es Salaam and I went with it all the way to Dodoma and back, using both the economy and the business class. And I must tell you, that train, I rate it 4 out of 5. I mentioned that in my video, and I'll say it again. I rate it 4 out of 5. The service is good. There are few adjustments, things that they need to work on, queue management and all that. But remember, it is less than a month old, so they have a lot of time to get used to some things and adjust 1 or 2 things. Otherwise, the train itself, I would totally recommend it, especially for travelers. Imagine you can go to Dodoma. We traveled the same day. We went to Dodoma very early in the morning with the 6 p.m. train, and we returned with it the same day with the 11:30 p.m. So we went in the morning. We went with the train, the business class, at 6 a.m. with the 6 a.m. train, and then we returned with the 5:30 p.m. train on economy. And the scenes on the road, beautiful. Let me just tell you, Tanzania is beautiful. I think this is, I don't know, I've come to Tanzania more than 10 times. The total number of days that I've stayed in Tanzania is too many, and I'll still be back because it's a big town. It's a big country rather, with so many things. Each region has something different to offer. So I'm not yet done. I'll be back. So in matters infrastructure, there is a lot going on, and Dar es Salaam is a city to watch out for. I would say that. Okay. And there are also so many tourists in Dar es Salaam. For sure. Yeah, I've seen there's so many. Others are even passing by. You see them. Yes, you will see them.
Occupy Tanzania.
They're everywhere. They're on motorbikes. They're on tuk-tuks. Everywhere.
So what do you tell Kenyans? Should
What
they come also to Tanzania to visit and experience Tanzania?
Just Kenyans, my brothers and sisters. Ask yourself why I keep returning to Tanzania. There are so many reasons to visit Tanzania. They are very kind people. They see us as their brothers. If you just say you're a Kenyan, they're like, oh, ni ndugu zetu. They are very friendly people, I would say. They are always willing to help if you are stuck somewhere. They are very nice people. Like, they're genuinely nice people. You'll come across few funny people, but if you're from Kenya, you should know how to handle such people. I know you know better. Yeah, so they are nice people, plenty of food. Oh my God. If you watched me, if you saw me when I started this trip and right now, I'm sure you noticed I've added a kilo or two. I've added a kilo or two because of food. They have very nice food and plenty of food. Breakfast is not bread and tea or bread, tea and eggs only. There are plenty of fruits. There are some beans there. There's some spaghetti there. Or any kind of pasta. There's some meat. Their breakfast is heavy. Yes, so good food, nice and kind people, beautiful natural attractions. You don't even have to go to like buildings or whatever or cities. There are so many nice places in the remote with naturally beautiful places you can go to. That is why I keep coming back. Okay. Of course, and there are places like Zanzibar. I know it is a dream destination and a bucket list for so many of you. I've gone there a couple of times and I never get enough of it. So visit Tanzania. I totally recommend it. Every time they are ranking Tanzania in matters, beautiful cities, kind people, and beautiful touristic attractions, you'll realize that Tanzania and Kenya are usually just following each other. Because we have almost similar weather. We share some resources like, and some natural resources like, natural features like lakes. Yes, there are some lakes, there are national parks, like migration, wildebeest migration happens in Kenya and Tanzania. If you come to Tanzania and you didn't know it happens in Kenya, just know Serengeti and Mara national parks is just the same national park, but with a geographical boundary. So they come from Serengeti, they cross Mara River to Kenya. So you can watch the migration from both countries. That is why those two countries are very similar in so many things. So many things. That is why, how many times have I said, but that is why? Yes, that is why.
So, Adia.
Yes.
How do you see Tanzania? You have visited Tanzania how many times? And how do you see Tanzania as a Kenyan?
Close to 10 times. I love Tanzania. I love its people. I love its culture. Of course, I love the food.
Food?
The food, especially the breakfast. When you book a hotel, there's always breakfast added. A lot of options to choose from. Yeah, and we love food.
And how do you see Tanzania in 5 years?
You will be very far. From the developments I've seen, the infrastructure, the buildings, the thoughts you put into it, I really see Tanzania growing. And I see an opportunity for us Kenyans to learn, especially the BRT buses. We've taken them today. They are very effective, very efficient, very cheap. We paid as low as 40 Kenya shillings to go for
quite some distance.
I think the last time I used public service and paid that much could be 10 years ago, unfortunately. So I see a great opportunity for us to learn, especially we enjoyed the train. We used the electric train yesterday. The business class was really comfortable and value for our money. So I really see a great opportunity for us to learn. And I really wish to see Tanzania in 5 years. I imagine even your country would have surpassed ours if we don't work hard. You are really growing.
So what message do you tell Kenyans about Tanzania?
About Tanzania? Visit Tanzania. Tanzania has a lot to offer. I would say you would stay here for 3 years and still not explore Tanzania to its fullest. There's a lot of potential in tourism. There's a lot to see. There's a lot to learn. Yes, visit Tanzania.
You are a Kenyan, right?
Yeah.
How do you see Tanzania? And how many times have you come to Tanzania?
Okay, I've come to Tanzania twice, and I've really loved both the times that I've come. The people are warm. The food, I'm not a foodie, but when I come to Tanzania, I really eat very generous with your food. The prices are very fair. The prices are very fair. You would enjoy. And for this visit, my highlight actually has been the BRT, I would say. Like the challenge, it's a challenge for even us as Kenyans maybe to learn from, because it's very effective, very cheap, and I think it's very convenient. Even though it's been a holiday, I wouldn't expect so much traffic, but I feel like if you have like such a convenient means of transport where you're comfortable and it's cheap and it caters for many people, most people would avoid even using personal transport, and it even like it would lessen the traffic. So that was a very, I would say it's one of the highlights. I really liked it, and I think it has a lot to learn from. Yeah. And of course the train, I really enjoyed the business class, and because of the comfort that it comes with it, and for even the economy, like for that price, it's very comfortable. So you guys are doing a good job, and like you have a bright future as a country, I would say.
So what message do you tell your fellow Kenyans about Tanzania?
Come to Tanzania, come visit. You would enjoy the culture, you would enjoy. The people are very warm and always eager to assist. Yeah, very, 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 very warm people, I would say. The food, good, yeah.
The attractions.
Yes, like Zanzibar. Yeah, Zanzibar was another highlight. You guys, it's a must visit. Yeah, it's a must visit. And even the city itself, like there are a lot of structures that are coming up in infrastructure. I feel like they have very visionary leaders in a way, and yeah, you guys should come and visit, and you would learn one or two things.
This is how much Tanzanians love their local food. You see people are just seated there watching with several screens.
So there you just buy a drink and sit there and watch. Yeah. You see others watching football.
There are screens all over.
Yeah.
Screens all over the mall.
You see? And they are doing it purposely.
So you just wait for your meal and you watch football.
Yeah. You have to buy something in order to sit there. If you don't have money, you stand there.
Nakwambia.
Kweli sina njaa, but nimeona
chakula inakaa chakula poa. Kuna nukia nakwambia.
I think that's why it is packed, Mlimani City. Just why, because of football.
We are at Mlimani City Mall.
Yeah.
It's a very huge mall, by the way. It's humongous.
Actually, currently, this is the second largest mall.
Which one is the
so Lock City is still the biggest mall in Tanzania.
You guys need to notice something. In places where there is no football screen, there is no one.
Yeah.
Look at the way this restaurant is deserted. They do not have a football screen.
Yes.
No football, no audience.
No audience. So you have to be creative in order to attract your audience. You see there, to sit there, you have to buy something. So there's also underground parking.
And the underground parking is humongous as well.
Yeah. This is the oldest mall in Dar es Salaam and the most popular one in Dar es Salaam. It extends up to there, but we want to go there. It's very far.
Oh, that lady just lied to the kid that kids are getting kidnapped.
Those are African mothers.
I'm telling you, African mothers.
But I think you can see that there is life here in Dar es Salaam. Eh? People are having life.
Yes.
Peaceful. No, conference center in Mlimani City.
It looks like an expensive wedding.
Yeah.
All those people are security.
Maybe. I'm not sure.
Yeah. Oh, the violin. Serenation.
Let me show them. So this is the Mlimani City Conference Center here.
It's
it's popular for weddings, conferences, gatherings.
There's a wedding. They're playing violin.
Yeah. Wow.
Kuchoka hivi.
Ukileta mtoto, I'm telling you. By the time you leave this place, if you have a kid, you'll be broke because I'm sure there's so many games.
Yeah, so many.
I'm sure. Let me see. Wanajua they are not going to shop, but they just. I think this building must be 1 kilometer long. Is Mr. Discount any cheaper or it's just a name?
Just a name. People who love movies.
You have Century Cinema.
Century Cinemax.
Century Cinema. At least you share that.
This place is called Samaki.
What?
Samaki.
Hii ni samaki nyingine hapa?
Yeah.
Ninajua ile samaki yenye iko pale karibu na Masaki.
Sisi zanazo samaki. Hizo sio kuku.
Kuna kuku. Kubwa.
Sasa hivi sasa tukiuliza ni Tanga clear ya kweli kulala na. Unajua hiyo
it is very big and very active. See.
Pizza Hut.
Pizza Hut.
Pia kuna foleni.
LC Waikiki.
Iko Kenya.